If you're looking for cheap, instant, and reliable Madden Ultimate Team coins, make sure to check out BuyMuttCoins.com and use the discount code RBT for 10% off your purchase. Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is Samuel Brown, aka RBT, coming at you with another Draft Champions Challenge here on Madden 17. And today, we're going to be doing the most loyal NFL players. And the way that's going to go is out of every round, we have to pick a player that is still on the team that he was drafted by. And if all the players out of a particular round aren't on the same team as they were drafted by, we have to go with the player that played for that team the longest. So pretty simple. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy. This is a Tuesday night draft. I am recording this on Tuesday because I have to pre-record all my videos for the following day because my internet speed is so bad. So we should have a boosted draft, so it should give us some pretty good selections. And Marcus Mariota Elite is out there, and if we get him to pop, I'm pooping live on camera. So if you guys are excited for this video and to potentially see me poop live on camera, let me know by dropping a like and leave your suggestions for future Draft Champions challenges in the comment section below. And with that said, let's jump into this draft. And oh yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please click that button because I would appreciate it. With that said, coaches round, it doesn't matter. It all depends on what offense or defense I want to run. And I like the 3-4, so it's either, they both have West Coast offense, so it doesn't matter. We'll go with Rex Ryan because he lost a lot of weight. That's my reasoning behind that pick. So round number 1 should be a legend round. Well, it's going to be a legend round, so I'm probably actually going to have to look this up. Javon Curse, Marvin Harrison, Tim Brown. So this round easily goes to Marvin Harrison. Played his whole entire career with the Colts. I don't know why I didn't know that off the top of my head. I knew he played most of his career. I didn't know he was actually drafted by the Colts because that was about 30 years ago, it seems like. Tim Brown played pretty much his whole entire career with the Raiders except like his last season. So I could have potentially gone with Tim Brown, but it makes more sense to go with Marvin Harrison out of this round. I'll take a good elite legend wide receiver. Now in round 2, come on, give me that Marcus Mariota. And it doesn't. So out of this round, we're going to pass up on Jay Cutler and go with Victor Cruz. He didn't get drafted by the Giants, but he didn't get drafted at all. He actually signed with the Giants as an undrafted free agent and has played his whole career so far with the Giants. So, I mean, it's not really a great round so much for a boosted freaking draft, right? But we are going to get Victor Cruz. I mean, not a bad wide receiver to have. So into round 3, come on, Marcus Mariota. My controller's vibrating. No Marcus Mariota, but that's some pretty good picks. And actually, it's either going to be Harrison Smith or Ezekiel Ansah, because I know that Zach Brown was drafted by my Tennessee Titans. Oh, dude, that's so tough, dude. Ezekiel Ansah, what is Harrison Smith's hit power? 90. I think we're going to go with the free safety Harrison Smith. The high overall, I would honestly love to have Ezekiel Ansah. 83 speed off the ends, pretty good at 6'6", but we're going to go with Harrison Smith, and hopefully that was the right pick. Now going into round 4, that isn't a really good round. So in this round, we have to go with Carlos Dunlap. Prince Amukamara was not drafted by the Jaguars, nor was Paul Posluszny. He was actually drafted in 2007 by the Buffalo Bills. So we do have to go with Carlos Dunlap because he was drafted by the Bengals and is still with the Cincinnati Bengals. Not a bad pick. I'll definitely take a defensive end. Kind of wanted the cornerback there, but my controller's vibrating. And it's actually not that great of a round. So I'm not even really going to bother to check Jordy Nelson. I'm pretty sure he got drafted by the Packers and is still with the Packers. Same thing with Lane Johnson. Anthony Munoz played his whole entire career with the Bengals. And I will take a 90 overall left tackle any day of the week. And we already have 2 wide receivers, so we need to go with the position of need. Left tackle, one of the best in the game. We're going to pick him 100%. Now into round 6. Where is Mariota? No Mariota here. But honestly, guys, I don't even care about these two. I'm going with Anthony Barr for the left outside linebacker position. I know he was drafted by the Vikings, and he still plays for the Vikings. An amazing linebacker, especially in my Titans career mode. We're getting him 5,000%. Marcus Mariota, dude, come on. So here, I know definitely it's not going to be Brandon Marshall. So Marcus Gilbert is going to be the pick if he was actually drafted by the Steelers. And he was, so that's going to give us 2 relatively good offensive tackles. I'll take the pick. We didn't really need another wide receiver. Round 8, a full flashback round, and it's not going to be Jared Cook. Well, yeah, Jared Cook hasn't played his whole career as a Titan, so it couldn't be Jared Cook. So it's either going to be Mario Williams or Brian. Actually, I honestly don't think any of these guys are with the team that they were drafted by, because Mario Williams was drafted by the Texans, Brian Orakpo, the Redskins, now with the Titans. So I'm actually going to have to go with whoever played with the team they were drafted by the longest, so I might be able to get Jared Cook. That'd probably be my pick, honestly. So this pick's going to come between Brian Orakpo and Mario Williams because they both played for their drafted team for 5 years. Jared Cook, only 3 years. But the reason I'm going to go with Brian Orakpo, just to kind of, make a reason out of the pick, is because he still is wearing his Redskins jersey, and that's who he was drafted by. Mario Williams in a Bills jersey here, and he's played for more teams than Brian Orakpo did. So I guess it makes more sense to go with Brian Orakpo, and that will give us 2 very good outside linebackers. We'll definitely take that flashback pick. Now into round 9. Give me a good quarterback, please. Derek Carr is going to be the pick. He's not the one that I wanted. Not Marcus Mariota. But the 85, Derek Carr, I think, is a very good pick. I think people really sleep on his speed rating. 82 for a quarterback with pretty freaking decent throwing stats. Not Marcus Mariota, like I said, but I will definitely take him as our starting quarterback. And it actually didn't boost our overall, so that's kind of weird. So now into round 10. So I could go with the Sean Lee pick here and play him at middle linebacker, but I'm expecting to get a better middle linebacker than these last 5 picks. And I'm just going to go ahead and get Sheldon Richardson since we already have a free safety. Like I said, he'll probably be like a 70-something overall strong safety. So just go with the smart pick here. Go with Sheldon Richardson. Give us 2 pretty good defensive ends. Now into round 11, I'll take a running back or middle linebacker, or just give me neither. And here, I'm actually going to go with Brandon Scherf. We already have a right end. We just drafted Sheldon Richardson. I mean, it's kind of weird. 2 right ends on the same team, both from the Jets, both drafted by the Jets. Eric Weddle, obviously now with the Ravens, although he did play a lot of his career with the Chargers. But to go along with the theme of the video, we already go with Brandon Scherf, who's still with the Redskins, the team he was drafted by, and looks like we're actually having a pretty good offensive line. I usually don't have good offensive lines in these drafts, but I do in this one. And here, who are we going to go with? So I could go with anybody out of this round, and I'm kind of stuck between Von Bell and Geno Atkins. And the reason I am going to go with Geno Atkins is because Von Bell is just a rookie, and Geno Atkins has been with the Bengals since 2010. So we're going to just complete that defensive line since I never used a second defensive tackle. And that's going to give us an 80 overall, which is the only pick out of this round that boosts us up to an 80. And we might actually get a pretty decent overall draft if we can get some pretty good picks in these last 3. So it's not going to be LeGarrette Blount, dude. Carson Wentz, obviously, but we already have Derek Carr. Whitney Marsalis, I guess we could play him at middle linebacker possibly. No point getting Carson Wentz since he's a rookie. LeGarrette Blount was drafted, well actually signed by the Titans at a free agency. He's gone through like 4 or 5 different teams already. And Whitney Marsalis still with the Texans after like 3 or 4 or 5 years. So we'll draft him and play somebody at middle linebacker. Maybe Anthony Barr since he's a freaking beast. But I guess that was the only really useful pick there. Now to round 14, give me a running back. I think we might actually be able to get Jonathan Stewart. Been with the Panthers since 2008. We need a running back. Obviously, I like throwing to my tight ends, and Travis Kelce is actually faster than Jonathan Stewart, but I'll take Jonathan Stewart over Jay Ajayi. I think that's a smart move, and that's going to be our pick. Come on, Madden. A middle linebacker, a better running back, and it doesn't... Oh, Mike Singletary. Mike Singletary. This could be a very freaking good pick. So what actually sucks is the fact that we also needed a cornerback. We've yet to have a cornerback drafted this whole entire draft, but Champ Bailey played like the most of his career with the Broncos, who he wasn't drafted by. Mike Singletary is going to be the pick, so we don't actually have to move Whitney Marsalis to middle linebacker. We can just play the legend, Mike Singletary, who has some pretty good stats. Not the fastest middle linebacker, but enough speed to get the job done. A little undersized, but still a 92 overall. Brings us up to an 82 overall draft. So it ends up being a pretty freaking good team, and we have our holes, but a pretty solid team. The only thing I'm really worried about is our secondary. 82 overall across the board. Good quarterback, got ourselves a decent running back, a pair of pretty good wide receivers, no real good tight end to throw to, although Nick Doyle's okay, but a little slow. A pretty good offensive line, especially for a draft champions draft. And then moving on, we have Devin Funchess too. Like, I tell everybody that Devin Funchess is one of the best generated players in draft champions, although at the slot, at 6'4", he might not be the greatest, but it's better than nothing. So now on the defense, guys. Like I said, a very good linebacker core, a really good defensive line, because I never run 4-3 unless I'm on the goal line. We have a free safety that's freaking good, but aside from that, dude, our secondary is pretty freaking awful. I mean, I guess Kevin Johnson isn't the worst in the world to be generated. Jonathan Banks either. At least they're kind of tall, and then we have 2 silvers. Although, Trey Waynes is nice to have as a slot corner because he has 92 speed, but I'm just a little bit worried about that. But regardless, I think a pretty good freaking team. I hate it when silvers are our freaking generated kick and punt returner, but we'll be okay. A pretty good freaking team. Hopefully you enjoyed that draft. Let's jump into a gameplay. Hopefully you get a win, because I don't want to look like an idiot on my channel and take a loss. So let's see who my opponent has on his team. Hopefully nobody too crazy. A good cornerback, Odell Beckham Jr. and Jeremy Shockey. So looks like he has some pretty good targets to throw to, and we don't have that many good corners. Our secondary is pretty trash, but that's okay. I'm actually kind of scared. Hopefully I don't screw this up. 3rd down and 10. Hopefully we can convert. He's going to be wide open. Doyle over the... Didn't even jump. Didn't even jump for the catch. So this guy has A.J. McCarron, his Team of the Week version, at starting quarterback. He completes the pass to his tight end, and he has Mike Evans as his number 2 receiver, along with Jeremy Shockey at tight end. So he has a pretty good, like, aerial threat, I would say. Jay Ajayi, is our second string running back, is his running back. So not the worst running back either, but let's play strong. Got him covered. Throws it over the middle. He's got a first down. That sucks. This is going to be a play action pass. Got the tight end covered. Throw it to him anyway, but that's going to be an interception from Whitney Mercilus. That's what I'm talking about. I was a little skeptical of drafting him. Ends up being our second middle linebacker. And I'm a genius for picking him, honestly. Just an absolute freaking genius. So safe to say, this game has started pretty freaking awful. But let's see if we can pick up a 3rd and 16. Probably not. We might actually. If we can get a good throw. Hit him in the hands. That's a freaking legend receiver. I know he was covered, but it hit him in the hands. It hit him in the hands. Crossing patterns. Oh, he has a guy open. That's a pick. Huh. This is going to be another play action pass. What's he doing? Throwing it. That's got to be an interception of some sort. And it is going to be an interception of some sort. And that might be a pick 6 of some sort. Not fast enough. We get to midfield. I would just like to point out the fact that I'm 0 of 6 passing so far. 0 of 6. So I've got off to a really good start offensively. So hopefully we can continue that. We're not. Oh, God, that could be a pick. No, it's not. That's Devin Funches, who I was talking up pregame as somebody tackles him by grabbing his sock. Sometimes I just don't understand how some of you watch me play Madden, because it would just kill my brain cells if I had to do so. Wide open, though, and that's going to be not a touchdown, but a good catch. I'm honestly so bad at this game that I'm going to throw to Devin Funches, and we're going to not. Why do I think I'm going to score a touchdown every time? I kind of want to score a touchdown here. I didn't say hunt. When did that? Catch the ball! Catch the ball! What was that? That's just stupid. Like, I can only handle so much, but that was just stupid. That was just effing stupid. First of all, shouldn't have hit him in the freaking helmet. And second of all, he should have caught it after it bounced off his helmet. And it should never hit him in the helmet in the first place. I'm not going to get it. I know for a fact. Absolutely know for a fact. I'm not going to get this. Or I might. I will. How? Are you kidding me? Marvin Harrison sucks. What? How did he drop that? Wide open for the first down, he drops that. That's just stupid. Like, if you don't think that's stupid, you're stupid. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? This game 100% reminds me of the AIDS virus. 100%. 100%, dude! God dang it! Why am I dumb? Why am I that dumb? Come on, man. Let's be great. That's gotta... How? How does he complete passes such as that? Well, I would have showed you the previous play, but I stuttered in my commentary, so I'm not going to show you. But he kicks a field goal, and this guy, 100% deservingly, takes the lead. This game 100% gives the AIDS virus. 100%. That's going to be a completion. Jack Doyle is your dad. So this guy blitzes a lot. And by a lot, I mean a lot. So I'm going to throw some slants and see if somebody can get open. He didn't blitz, so that's not good. But this is going to be good that we're going to complete this pass if he doesn't drop it. He didn't drop a pass. He didn't drop the pass. Miracles happen. They do in fact happen. We score a touchdown. Somehow, some way, we take the lead. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. An interception would be perfect right here. That's got to be a pick. I thought it was going to be a pick. But Mike Singletary's 5'11". Because of missed extra point, we're actually going to... Uh-oh. This dude's actually in field goal range now. And he's going to tie the game because I missed a freaking extra point. A turnover of some sort would be absolutely ideal. Absolutely ideal. So can we sack AJ? No, we can't. That's going to be a touchdown. That's going to be a touchdown. I seriously am going to have to get some blood tests done and be checked for AIDS because that's what I feel like I have right now. B's wide open. That's going to be a pick. Oh, man. Well, this is just dumb. Yeah, I can't deal. That's it. That's just it. That's it. That's just it. I love it. I love it. I love it.